Have you ever wondered, why do beer manufacturers put an incomprehensible ball inside a beer can? Have you ever met such a ball? Let me explain. It all started with Guinness beer. Its creators thought about how to give the beer a characteristic foam. At first, the beer was mixed with freshly brewed beer, but because of this mixing, the beer was indulged in a sharp milky taste, which is why the creators abandoned this idea. This technology was replaced by another one. Beer began to be enriched with nitrogen, just like Coca-Cola is enriched with carbon dioxide, you probably know. Nitrogen enrichment allowed the company to stand out among its competitors with a peculiar taste and thick foam. Previously, this was very appreciated. At the moment, Guinness uses a more advanced technology for enriching beer with nitrogen. What did they do? The company came up with the so-called nitrogen capsule. It is also called a widget. This thing has been invented and developed for a very long time, and there is even a patent for it. But let's get back to the point. How does this widget work? The widget is a plastic sphere with a very small hole that is created by a laser. In a jar with a ball, cold beer is poured, which is already saturated with nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Guinness hasn't given up on carbon dioxide because the technology won't work without it. After filling the beer, additional liquid nitrogen is poured into the jar and the lid is covered on top, while the ball inside the jar floats on the surface. Next, the jar is pasteurized and heated to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. After such procedures, liquid nitrogen naturally passes into a gaseous state. Therefore, when the beer reaches the consumer, the following situation occurs inside it. Beer under pressure with dissolved carbon dioxide and nitrogen. A ball floats on the surface of the beer, inside of which there is a little beer and a gas mixture. The remaining place is occupied by nitrogen gas. At the same time, the pressure inside the jar and inside the ball is the same. This is the most important thing. When you decide to open a can of beer, the pressure inside the can will drop dramatically, as it instantly aligns with the atmospheric pressure. While the pressure inside the ball due to the small hole drops much more slowly. To compensate for the pressure, the beer along with the nitrogen begins to exit through the hole of the ball, while due to this release, the ball rushes in the opposite direction and begins to spin wildly, thereby stirring the beer. The nitrogen dissolved in the beer begins to be released abruptly due to stirring, creating a pile of bubbles and foam. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel.